splash pad with an almost $9 million price tag. And authorities in Junction look to crack down on traffic violations near school buses. KOAM News at 10 is next. Now at 10, the Joplin City Council considers a nearly $9 million splash pad contract. Plus, see how the Junction community is taking new measures to reduce school bus violations. And a tech school in Joplin gets a financial boost for a potential future workforce.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Joplin City Council fails to approve an emergency ordinance for a nearly $9 million contract for the Ewart Splash Park project. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Tanya Bach. Council members were considering a deal with Branco Enterprises to transform the old Ewart Aquatic Center into a modern splash park. It's a project that's been in the works for more than 4 years. In August of 2024, Branco was selected to begin the pre-construction phase of the project. The proposed Ewart Splash Park will include several water features, a new playground with a turf playground surface, an ice ribbon for winter skating, a new bathhouse, and an amphitheater. Voters overwhelmingly approved funding for the project through the Parks and Stormwater Sales Tax renewal in 2021. However, plans for the project went over budget, and additional funding had to come from the Joplin Use Tax Beautification Fund. And this was a point of contention for some of the council members tonight. They voted 5 in favor and 2 against, with 2 absent, which is not enough to pass an emergency ordinance. The issue will return to the table at the next meeting to be considered again, this time for a first reading. Well, the recent impeachment of Junction's mayor creates legal turmoil for the city. A statement from the city's attorney indicates the city cannot yet move forward with appointing a new mayor due to former mayor Mike Moss filing a petition for judicial review. The city's attorney also calls a special meeting scheduled for tomorrow night to fill the vacancy premature, while the impeachment process is ongoing. However, the impeachment board will meet during tomorrow night's council meeting. This comes weeks after the former mayor challenged his removal. Moss's attorney says the council acted wrongfully by removing the mayor without evidence of wrongdoing. This latest move, though, halts the council's efforts to fill the mayor's seat. Without a legally recognized vacancy, the city will remain mayorless until the courts rule on Moss's challenge. Well, driving violations are piling up in Junction just weeks into the school year. The Junction School District has seen an unusual uptick in the amount of drivers committing stop arm violations when passing school buses. Despite school starting just a few weeks ago, there have been at least 25 violations reported to law enforcement, with even more that could have gone unreported.
I think people just don't want to wait a minute to wait on the school bus. We've had ones that you can see as they go by, they're on their cell phones. Other people will, yell at us as they run through the stop sign. They just feel that they're entitled to go and they don't want to wait.
At the moment, there have not been any injuries resulting from these violations, though the district still wants to make sure that none occur in the future. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us now with a first look at weather.
And it turned out to be another hot one for us today. Temperatures lower 90s for afternoon highs, and that's what we're going to see sticking around as we go through the next couple days. 90s, just like today. We had the afternoon hit and miss storm. Some of you hit, some of you miss. We're going to see that all week long. A little bit cooler later on this week, and also some rain chances heading into the weekend. All right, so any thunderstorms we had out there earlier, we lost the heating of the day, meaning the sun set, and they're all gone. So we're just seeing some ground clutter across the region. Let me take you into your Tuesday. We'll start 67-ish during the morning hours. Hit and miss pop-up storms once again as we get into Tuesday afternoon. So very similar to what we saw today. We're sitting into the mid 70s right now. We'll talk a little bit more about those rain chances here in a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. Authorities bring charges against a young Arkansas man in connection to a fatal weekend crash in southwest Missouri. Crash happened just after 4 p.m. Sunday afternoon on Missouri 43, just south of County Highway 0. Troopers say a vehicle struck another oncoming vehicle as it attempted to pass. A man and woman from Anderson, both 60 years old, died at the scene. Air and ground crews took several others for medical care to area hospitals. Troopers arrested this man, 18-year-old Lance Stockhauser of Siloam Springs, Arkansas, for DWI and the death of 2 or more people. He was transported to the McDonald County Jail. Investigators worked to determine the cause of a Woodson County house fire that destroyed a 3-story home. According to the Woodson County Emergency Management, dispatchers with the Woodson County Sheriff's Office received a report of a structure fire in the area of 50th Road and Fox Road on Sunday. When responders arrived, a 3-story wood frame home was fully engulfed in flames. No one was inside. The house is considered a total loss. Missouri American Water recognized an area trade school today with a check presentation. The utility company presented $15,000 to the Franklin Technology Center in Joplin, as well as Joplin school representatives. Missouri American presented the check on behalf of the American Water Charitable Foundation. FTC says the grant will be used for programs including auto technology, collision repair, HVAC, machine tools, CNA, and computer information systems programs. Missouri American says the grant serves as a way to help build a future workforce in the area.
They fill a very important need in our community because the traditional college 4-year, 5-year route is not for everyone. And they offer opportunities in areas where we know we need people, we know we need employees, and to be able to contribute to this and be able to provide them with things they can take once they graduate, that's very fulfilling.
This year, the American Water Charitable Foundation awarded more than $750,000 through workforce readiness and STEM education grant programs. Well, foster parents are always in demand. Officials in Jasper County find the need is even greater in the fall. According to CASA, in the Jasper County Court, they received more calls for help as students return to the classroom. CASA says Jasper County currently ranks 98th out of 113 counties for child welfare. Officials say the cause of this issue could range from abuse and neglect to educational neglect and more.
You know, in the last 2 weeks alone, I've had 20 kids sent over that need a CASA in their corner, and we need volunteers to step up and advocate for these kids.
One can call. You can make an anonymous report. School staff are mandated reporters, so they don't have a choice. So I think that's probably also causes a higher number of reports.
CASA says they're always in need of volunteers. They recommend reaching out to them if you would like to help. Well, some local businesses build their marketing thanks to a popular social media app, and now with a deactivation deadline narrowly avoided, they weigh in on the app's benefits. That's coming up. But up first, a couple looking to tie the knot in the Sunflower State have to look for an alternative now after their venue shuts down. A couple living in North Carolina wanted to return to their hometown of Wichita, Kansas to get married. They had the perfect venue lined up until bad luck threw off their plans. Sydney Ferguson spoke to them about their disappointment and what's next.
When Wichita natives Randy Wynn and Michaela Williams started planning their wedding, they knew they wanted to get married here in their hometown, even after moving across the country to North Carolina. Together, they decided Temple Live in downtown Wichita's Scottish Rite Center was the perfect place.
It has like a historic feel to it. It's got like a nice stained window that
nice grand staircase.
Yeah, that we were planning to get married on.
That's kind of what I envisioned, was just the entire day being in this venue, and now we don't have that.
After learning just a month before their wedding that Temple Live is going out of business, they're back in town this weekend, hoping to find a new venue.
I reached out to the coordinator here that we had been working with, and even she had just found that out as well.
Williams learned of the closure from a vendor who read it in the Wichita Business Journal. In the article, Lance Beatty, founder and CEO of Beatty Capital Group, which owns the Temple Live brand, cites financial issues for the closure.
Even though she's like out of a job now, she still went above and beyond and tried to help us out. As far as like the owners, no word from him.
Wynn and Williams say there's been no response from the owner despite booking the venue over a year ago in February of 2024. Starting over just a month before the wedding is a problem.
October is the busiest wedding month, and Wichita is completely booked up, and we also have over 300 guests, so that also makes it really hard.
Despite the setbacks, the couple says they're just hoping to get their $2,000 deposit back and avoid postponing the wedding.
We kind of know now that we're not going to get the wedding that we had in mind, this whole time, but yeah, I was trying to make the best of it.
Well, several attempts were made to speak with the owner of the venue by phone. So far, there has been no response. Lawmakers appear once again to pull a popular social media app from the brink of shutdown. Ownership of TikTok has been a point of contention for many U.S. lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, which has made for an uncertain future for local businesses that have grown using TikTok as a marketing platform. Front Page in Joplin, for example, credits the app for growing its customer base. Choose Joplin, the page ran by the Joplin Chamber of Commerce, uses the app to promote the city of Joplin and attract a younger audience to the area.
TikTok has been really helpful for us to educate and make people aware of the amazing things that Joplin has to offer as far as quality of life. And it allows us to reach a different audience.
While the deadline for the app's ban was scheduled for this Wednesday, President Trump plans to meet with Chinese leader Xi Jinping on Friday to finalize the deal. Well, our community stories are often uncovered thanks to you, our viewers, and we invite you to share your news tips with us. Scan the QR code and you'll be taken to a form where you can submit a tip quickly and easily. Your voice helps keep our community informed and connected. Thank you for being a part of the story. Well, a little later, a fictional rock band brings back some real laughs. How a comedy classic is getting a 4K facelift to coincide with the release of the sequel.
Plus, we're going to have some rain chances sticking around. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it definitely turned out to be kind of hot outside for us on this Monday. Temperatures into lower 90s, and we did get some scattered afternoon thunderstorms, mainly in southwestern Missouri, but this is going to be the trend as we go through the next few days. Now, once we lost the heating of the day, meaning sun sets, storms also set. They disappear. So there's not much going on out there right now. There's a couple little sprinkles in our western counties. Besides that, we are pretty calm. We're going to stay pretty calm as we go through the overnight hours tonight. All this is just kind of ground clutter across the region. All right, so let's go ahead through time. We're going to go into Tuesday morning. Temperatures kind of mid to upper 60s. So kind of a mild start. As we go through the morning, quick warm up, mid 80s, maybe even upper 80s by noon. Partly sunny skies. Once we get to 3 or 4 p.m., we're going to be near 90. But late afternoon into the evening, some hit and miss storms will pop up again. Probably 80 to 85% of us will stay dry, but there are going to be a few out there. Anything that does develop will dissipate once we lose the heating of the day. Once again, heading into Wednesday morning, mid 60s to start. And as we go through the day, we're going to pop up near 90 degrees once again as we go into Wednesday afternoon. And also notice these hit and miss pop-up thunderstorms once again on Wednesday afternoon. Lose the heating of the day, they disappear. Batch of thunderstorms try to drive in as we go into Thursday morning. So this could be a batch that is a little bit more widespread across the region. All right, 67 to start, 85 by noon. High temp on your Tuesday, 90 degrees. Looks good. Nice shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam. We're looking downtown Joplin. Temperature still kind of sitting low to mid 70s. We'll drop back into the upper 60s later on tonight. All right, so we got one wave out here. We got this wave on top of us, and that's what's going to keep those chances for a few scattered thunderstorms in really most of the week. Let's go Tuesday, Wednesday into Thursday. Look at this unorganized week, upper level low. And then it starts to shift out of here late Friday into Saturday, but right behind it, another wave is going to roll in, giving us chances for showers and thunderstorms. So let's continue. We're going to go into Thursday, scattered thunderstorms, still high temps, upper 80s. Heading into Friday, scattered thunderstorms, but still temperatures not terrible, looks like mid 80s. Saturday, we're going to creep back up, upper 80s to near 90 degrees, mainly dry. Then as we head into Sunday, here comes a front. This will give us better chances for thunderstorms. Remember, we're kind of sneaking back into that smaller severe weather season that we see during the fall season. Rainfall potential. I know it's very scattered. the next week or so. But if we can add all those up, hopefully we can get some widespread rain. Most of us can get a quarter, half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain over the next week or so. 90 on your Tuesday, 92 on Wednesday, 87 Thursday, 88 on Friday, and then lower 90s as we head into the weekend.
All right. Well, even with the rain, you probably can hit or miss and try to do some things outside.
Yeah.
It's not too miserable.
We'll take it.
All right. Thanks, Dad. Well, if you're looking for some fun events right here in the 4 states but don't know where to turn, we've got you covered. This handy QR code will take you straight to the events page of our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Just scan it with your phone and you'll find information on all kinds of events, including plenty of information on upcoming fall festivals and haunted houses. The events page at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now, one such event is coming up this weekend when the Missouri Department of Conservation celebrates one of our most important migrating insects. The Monarch Festival and Native Plant Sale will take place at the Shoal Creek Conservation Education Center. The all-ages event includes education about the monarch butterfly. The plant sale will focus on natives that help support migrating insects and birds as they journey south this fall.
The monarch butterfly is a really hot topic in all kinds of media, and knowing how this beautiful orange butterfly makes such an incredible migration is still a little bit of a mystery in some ways. Scientists have been doing some really cool studies, and they still haven't exactly figured out how monarchs that start in Mexico 4 generations later figure out how to get back to Mexico.
The Monarch Festival and Native Plant Sale runs from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. this Saturday. Well, still ahead, Fort Scott High School football looks to bounce back after its 0-2 start. How the Tigers look to pull together a winning season with a team of talented but young players. Fort Scott High School football is off to a rough 0-2 start, but the Tigers remain optimistic they can turn their season around. Many of the hiccups we've seen thus far from Fort Scott can be explained by inexperience. This year's Tigers team is full of talented but young players. They'll rely on leadership from the senior class, leaning on players like All-State running back and linebacker Ryder Newton.
This year, I think we have a strong senior class. They've done a good job of buying in and working hard. They've done a good job of leading the team on and off the field. We've got some young talent as well, so we're inexperienced right now, but that doesn't mean we don't have talent. I think we're going to be just fine if we learn how to play hard, play the right way, and play together as a team. You know, I'd say it probably starts with our captain. So Ryder Newton's a starting running back and starting linebacker. Last year he was an all-league and all-state linebacker. He's a great player for us. I'd say he's our leader on and off the field.
Head coach Jonathan Stark believes his team needs to work on the fundamentals, win the turnover battle, and play mistake-free football. And the rest will take care of itself. The Tigers took a big step in the right direction in week 2, narrowly losing to Parsons 25-22. But there's more work to be done in Fort Scott.
Yeah, I want us to play winning football. So, you know, to me, winning football, we got to take care of turnovers. We can't lose the turnover battle. So we need to take care of the ball offensively, and we need to force turnovers defensively. We got to do our job the best that we can, and if the other team's better than us, you know, so be it. It's okay if we lose that way. It's not okay if we lose because we have tons of mental errors or we're not executing and doing things that we can control. So that's my expectation and goal for the year, is just that's the way we practice. And if we practice that way, that's going to be the way that we play. And I think if we do that, we can be competitive. And if we can be competitive, we can find a way to win.
Well, the Tigers continue their season with another home matchup this Friday against the 1-1 Independence Bulldogs. That's a look at sports. We're back after this.
A four-state hero.
Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, arrived in theaters over the weekend, but a remastered version of the original This Is Spinal Tap is out tomorrow on home video. Rick Damigella turns this report up to 11.
The numbers all go to 11.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
The classic mockumentary This Is Spinal Tap is back on home video.
Does this mean the popularity of the group is waning?
I just think that their appeal is becoming more selective.
Director Rob Reiner, who also portrays director Marty DeBurgi in the film, says when the movie came out in 1984, some viewers and even the studio marketing department didn't get it.
They couldn't figure it out at all. And they thought, oh, it'll be like a Mel Brooks film. And it really wasn't. It was its own little satire, and a very close to the bone satire for many people who didn't understand it was fake.
You'd like bigger bread?
It's a complete catastrophe.
Over the years, people started, getting it, getting what we were doing. Rock bands, stars, big rock stars could come up to us and quote the movie and say that it was a staple on their tour bus, and they'd watch it over and over again. Sting, when I first met him, he said, I saw this movie over and over. He said, every time I watch it, I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
I've told them put Spinal Tap first and Puppet Show's off.
No Puppet Show, but Criterion's new 4K UHD plus Blu-ray edition does include extensive bonus features and a restoration supervised and approved by Reiner.
It's such a fine line between stupid and clever.
Being clever in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Well, the film This Is Spinal Tap was selected for preservation in 2002 by the Library of Congress into the National Film Registry for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. All right, I know a lot of people liked it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, final check of the weather.
Looks pretty good. It's going to be hot. We're still into lower 90s over the next couple days, and some hit-miss scattered thunderstorms. Tuesday, most of you will be dry. Maybe a little more numerous late Wednesday into Thursday, which would be good. We could use a little rain, but it stays hot. Average high is only lower 80, so pretty good chunk above.
And hopefully those showers aren't on Friday night football time.
That would be true.
Try to avoid that. All right, well, thank you for watching. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great night and an even better Tuesday.